Let's see. You're still aboard your mount, which is probably a good sign. Confesses the hard work is starting to take its toll. They're all getting a little tired. Says you should take it easy. Look at those notices on the board. Too bad the Gnotes couldn't read them. If you wander around here, you might find Noko. She just loves those Gnotes. Once the power ran out, it made sense to ride Gnotes, and that tradition continued through the years. Powered types of transportation polluted the world, but didn't poop in the street. Obviously, they didn't have their priorities right in those days. Watch your step here, and you might find tracks of another traveler. Let's see. Nooks isn't an easy language, but at least it's manageable. She says she is so happy to see you again. She wonders if you remember her. She's Noko. She let you ride her Majut when you were a kid. Noko remembers you used to chase around with so much energy and is glad to see you haven't lost any of that spark. But that's all long gone now, though. Memories show us where we've been, not where we're going.
Andro?
Seems reluctant to even say its name. It's become personal to her too, since it's taken so many of her innocent Gnotes as prey. Noko remembers those days too, but she never lets herself wallow in them, no matter how tempting that can be. She sees you're back to buck with Lupa Lupin. Can't see how there's any way to avoid that now. Not for long, at least. She says the horrors of your younger days were enough to ruin anyone, but not you. You've got all that cheer about you still. Noko says history is like the trail you've been on. You can walk back down it any time you like, until it's worn smooth. But you get to blaze your own trail from here. Then you are stronger than her. She can't help wanting Lupa Lupin to pay for what he did to her Gnotes, despite the fact it's against her nature. Asks how many paths you've wandered in the world, and if you ever wonder about what might have changed if you'd taken different ones. The choices can be overwhelming, but you have to choose, or you just stay where you are. And what kind of choice is that? So happy the world is going to live, would have been crushed to see all the Gnotes die with it. Likes that you stood up for the world and spurred your way toward helping it out. Glad you saw the light with the myriad. They always bring a sparkliness to any day, and sometimes the nights too. They're just so shiny, makes her smile to think about them. But let's not speak of that now. She has an idea where the Majut might have gone, as there's no other place it likes as much as its own corner of the open wild. She's even named it the Majut Meadow. The Majut will recognize the scent you've attracted while being here, so it'll probably trust you enough to follow you. You should lead the Majut back here when you find it. It's going to take time to get it calm enough to be able to ride out to the World Eater. She's sad that something as wild as the hoof puff can't be tamed, but has to come to terms with the fact that you need to stop it. The mount's ears are not handles. That's sure to be useful. You found the Majut Meadow. Watch out for the Majut. It's all about destiny. Yours, mine, the entire world's. Super effective. wood scrap. The one kind of scrap you could actually still find growing. This might be the end of everything as we know it.
Andro?
Now that the Majut is back in the pen, it seems calm, but Noko is still concerned. She says the Majut is still anxious, but fortunately she knows just the thing it needs to calm down. The Majut once found and ate a bonbon gummy by mistake, and that the chewing really calmed it down. She says that you should find some bonbon gummies for the Majut by the crossway. At least, that's where she found some last time. She figures the choosies from the old world are made from gummy trees, but wouldn't be surprised if they were actually made from some chemical concoction, though. Heroes are only heroes for others, but they do the work, or they're heroes to no one. That paid off. Asks you to check out the wares, confident you'll find everything you need here. Says they've got the best deals anywhere. Looks like some solid wood scrap there. What you do here matters to you and the world. Better hold on to that. The best stories are about heroes. This is such a story. Get the rhythm going well. One arm, then the other. Pumping good. Looking better. Wheel the control box handles to buzz the wire. Wired up and ready to go. Should protect your legs. There's still time before the dawn. Locked solid. Everything is at stake. Focus on your goal. That's a motored blind box dispenser. These auto markets were quite popular in the long gone for those who had coin left for fun. Cranks like these usually need to be wound to operate the dispenser. What you see is what you get, once it's out of the blind box, that is. Gross. This place stinks. You need to flick the switches in order to process power through the panel. Good. The loop is electrified enough to spark. No time for yawning. Day is calling. time to create your own path. With its attention diverted to the chewy bonbon gummy, the Majut calms down. But Noko is still concerned. She's relieved the Majut has calmed down, but you'll need a heavier sit-tight to ride it than the one she's got. The only sit-tight she can think of that would be heavy enough is one she's spotted mounted on an old-world mecha-Majut. If she remembers correctly, she spotted it at the Smilo Shopperia while scavenging for treats for the Gnotes. That's not so far away. It's a seat you fasten on the back of a mount to safeten up your ride. It can become quite bumpy and risky without. That's interesting. An old home that's still standing. The cranks need to be unturned in the right order. It's a brand new day. Up for grabs. The Smilo Shopperia. Guess shopping here put a smile on your face. Take this seriously, or it'll take you down. The antenna needs to be pointed in the right direction. As the iBox broadcasts, it's hit or miss, but when it does hit, it's usually right in the feels. Need the right key.
Tutti ama se le mai multe e pasi
You need to line up the switches so they match. Good. That's enough electric current to initiate the actuators and activate the framework. For being cut off from the surface, this isn't too bad. Now hold on, sit tight. Isn't that the Mechamajut over there? That's some good e-waste there.
Tutti ama se le mai multe e pasi tutti ama se le mai multe tutti ama se le mai multe e pasi tutti ama se le mai multe e pasi tutti ama se le mai multe e pasi
You need to loosen the bolts without rattling the Mechamajut.
tutti ama se le mai multe e pasi tutti amasele mai multe.
That's it. The sit-tight is loose. Time to stop horsing around and get the sit-tight back to Noko.
Tutti amasele mai multe. E pasi. Leneti.
There are tough times ahead, no matter where you go.
E pasi. Leneti. Tutti amasele mai multe. E pasi. Leneti. Tutti amasele mai multe. E pasi. Leneti. Tutti amasele mai multe. E pasi. Leneti.
Grab tight and don't let go. Now that the Majut's got a mouthful of bonbon gummy and the brand new sit-tight is in place, the Majut is ready to ride. Noko's been training another fantabulous little critter that'll hopefully become a distraction for the hoof puff when you confront it. She's called them glitter moths, and the best way to find them is to go talk to Mito. She's asked him to keep them somewhere safe. You'll find Mito at Bright Light. He's a light-headed fellow, but hopefully he'll remember where he stored the moths. They're small airborne creatures with bright reflective wings and a conspicuous fluttering flight. Found it, even under all the muck in the Gnot pen. Hard to believe the Gnotes didn't trample it. The kind of pollution a Gnot produces might stink, but it usually washes away in the next rain. You should keep moving. Can't let those Gnotes blaze the trails for you. It's easy to lose track of time down here. Just hold on tight. Let's see. With the world getting darker by the day, there's not much time left to save it. And even though you've just met, he feels you're bound to play a huge part in that. Says there's so much darkness to deal with. Rather than curse it, he makes lamps to fight it. You've found your way through the darkness. You shine like the sun in the sky, but will you use that power to warm the world or burn it? Hopes you see how much good you can do with power like that, and how easy it is to let it drive you mad. No matter where your path takes you, though, it's important to remember where you came from. The past bright lights the present. Wonders if you know how much of an effect you've had upon the world. Your presence changes things like light changes darkness. Did you realize that when choosing where to shine? Says he can see that in the way you brighten everything up. So happy you know you're helping brighten the world. There's plenty of it that's still worth saving. Whatever happens to the world, you shone as bright as you could. That matters more than you know. Says you did the right thing in taking up with the Myriad. They buy lots of his lamps. That's a tribe that believes in the bright things in the world. Claims he wasn't trying to sell you anything. Now, says he can see by the twinkle in your eyes that you're not here to talk about your allies. He assumes you are here to be enlightened. He can't blame you, as everything just feels dark and hopeless these days. There's something about you, like you're knit together. Your fate's connected. What you've said, he feels too. So, why not call him Me Too? He senses you're like the dayfly, living every day like it's your last, afraid that when night comes, it might be proved right. Believes no one is entirely dark. Even the worst have a spark of good in them. Mito says he's not only into those who shine bright, he likes things that glitter too. He reckons you haven't seen a glitter moth, and says it's about time you did. Even though they're nesting near gone grass, they never run out of glow. Finding yourself a glitter moth would give you that glimmer of hope you need to continue all the way to the end. Glows with delight at your bright passion for the light. Says to not forget to gather the glitter moths. Love to hear a mount's footbeat. You found Camp Mosserk. Look for the bandits. Wiser than ever. going to get a workout up in the mountains. This one seems to be in good spirits, despite being left here for dead. Has heard that you have a sense of compassion and trusts it's in your nature to help those in need. Asks you to do the right thing for the sake of your conscience. It's only through your inner conflict you're held accountable for your actions. Is grateful you chose that. You can't be good without doing good for others. Someone has to end this plague before it's too late. Wonder what you might find. Hurts a lot. Ooh, a biohazard like that can make you real sick. See that e-waste? You could use that for sure. That'll come in handy. It's a fine way to ride. E-waste, the stuff you need. The plague that's ruining the land needs to be stopped. Sharp steel. Glittermoth Cave is right here. Things are happening. It's not just anyone that's awake and moving. This place is called Brightlight. Mito lives close by. Mito says there's darkness in everyone's life, but as a lamp maker, he wants you to know there's light too. His goal in this dying world is to be like a flame fly, burning to light the way for others, and therefore he still makes lamps. You look like you're in need of a special get-through-the-night lamp, but to make something like that, he'd need a flame fly. Says that's the kind of attitude that spreads light everywhere.